So we are at the American Heritage Museum, and this is their World War I presentation.
Bring an end to this terrible destruction. May fortune smile on you tonight and beyond. And God bless you, one and all.
At dawn, we're going over the top of that courtyard.
So if you've ever seen the movie The Dirty Dozen, this is actually the German half-track that was used in that when they were doing their escape. Of course, it didn't have the Panzerfaust and the rifles and the machine guns in it, but yeah, they stole this to get away. And we're just walking through German uniforms. This is the section for 1941 and 1945. This is Soviet. That's a T-34 medium. Half track here, and then some type of a little armored track vehicle. A Borgward. Full track demolition charge carrier. Oh boy. Some more artillery, a mortar. Rocket launcher. If you've never been here and you live in Massachusetts, shame on you. This place is amazing. Oh, they got a V1 bomber up, V1 bomb up there. I think it's a V1, the one that had the pulse jet motor on it. They flew them over to Great Britain. I see some steam coming out of this tank. Out of the hatch. And out of the back. I don't know if you can see that on the video. It's kind of realistic looking, like something happened. Got a landing craft. Think about being on this hitting the beaches on D-Day. It's an actual boxcar that was used in Germany. To transport Jews. And they've restored it here at the museum. Pretty crazy. It's their little Holocaust section. It shows where the camps were. And then one of the prisoner uniforms. It's an LVT tank, AM tank. This was from the Coral Sea Pacific. Now we're getting into the aircraft. Curtiss P-40B Tomahawk. And Korean War. T-26 Pershing, also known as an M26. A lot of leftover World War II stuff was used in the Korean War. Six-wheel reconnaissance vehicle. An M8. Light armored car. And here we have an M4A3, also known as the 76. With a crazy paint job on it. So from the first Gulf War, we've got some captured equipment. This is ZSU. Pretty nasty looking little deal. $3,400 to 4,000 rounds per minute. Yeah. And of course, then we have the Iraqi Scud launcher. Pretty crazy. All right, so here we have a T-55, which was found to be a piece of shit during the Gulf. That and the T-72. Here's some period correct TV equipment from the Gulf War. And I am not sure what this is. I could tell by the lettering on it that it a 2S1 Kadoka. So this was something used by the Iraqis. Oh, we got the grease gun up there. M60 tank. M60A1. Oh, and then we got the Sheridan. Shared a motor pool with these guys at Fort Bragg. They have since been decommissioned, but here is a good example of one. was the only air-mobile tank, and there was actually one incident at Fort Bragg while we were there in the mid-'80s where they were doing a lapse drop and the 130 crashed. The tank came out of the back, got hung up, the aircraft struck the ground and burst into a ball of flames. And then we've got an M48 Patton. Oh, wait a minute. The M48A3 Patton proved them wrong when it became an essential workhorse for the U.S. Army and Marine armor. So that's a medium tank, M48. And we've got a M24 Chaffee. Lots of tanks and stuff. So this is listed as an M1114. We had a bunch of these in Iraq in 06, 07. They've also got some robots that would have been used for IEDs, but this one's doesn't look like it ever saw service. I believe it's still got the plastic on the seat covers. So I'm guessing this one never saw service. That's an awful fancy turret for an 1114. I know most of that stuff. The guys in the sheet metal shops and the armor shops were making up stuff like that for us. Yeah, never had one that nice.
We need to ensure that everyone is well educated.
There's a point that you reach where you can no longer deal with the conduct. You have to do something. And we all reach that point.
Vietnam.
Days went by and the delivery went by. I was in and out of fog. And then guess what I heard? I hear this. Shave and haircut. And on the wall next door.
There might be Vietnamese on the other side of the wall. And so our authentication code was shave and haircut.
Of Vickers.
Please enter war clubs now.
German tanker uniform. A Panzer 1A.
June 1919. With the signing of the Treaty of Versailles, the war to end all wars is over. The treaty forced Germany to disarm their army, give up 25,000 square miles of territory, and pay millions in reparations. Many Germans are upset about their treatment by the Allied powers, and support grows for a far-right political